Alright, so now I'm going to do Lynx and Mutt. So first I'm going to check to see if I've gotten rid of Lynx. I've just done OpenSSL, and of course you can't do Lynx or Mutt without OpenSSL. Info. And is Lynx on the list? I'm sure I've gotten rid of it. Okay, I'm going to go to Lynx. I'm also going to make sure that I make clean. Doing the Go thing, it's an alias for CD, boot home, Pkgsrc, CD, www, Lynx, and ls. No. Just make clean, just to be sure. I already have the package on my desktop, but whatever. Okay, so now Lynx. First of all, you're not going to have any success unless you do one thing. It's very important. And there it is. It's clean. The one thing that is critically important with this, or will not work, you have to go into Haiku Depot. And I know you've just compiled your OpenSSL. Go into Haiku Depot and look for OpenSSL Devel. Make sure that's installed, marked as active. Otherwise, you will have unexplainable compile errors. You just can't seem to explain. You pull your hair out. It's driving you crazy. Okay, so why don't I just do bmake install, or the do thing. Do is bmake install. If I could get focus on this thing. Do. It'll error out saying there's some kind of some errors with lyutils.c. You know, I think I might know what to do. I might know what to do. Or I might not. I don't think it's going to work. And I do have to. I end up having to actually sacrifice some of the code there. Not much of it, just the ability to use a tilde in the browser thing to go to the home directory. Lynx can do more than browse the web. It could also. But the problem is, Lynx has been broken for a while. There's some kind of timing issue. It doesn't scale well between systems, so the older systems do just fine, and the newer ones don't do well that well. And so, 1 in every 10 attempts will allow me to actually view a web page that's only internal to our offices here, which is annoying. There are also 2 files to remove from the package list here, and I guess I could. It is the lynx.cfg file and lynx.lcs file, LCS file. Since I've already done that, it's not going to help to really tell you. This plist right here. There usually is 2 other files listed up here. It'll cause it to error out. Okay, so here's our error that I was talking about. lyutils, and I just happen to have, and why did I close that? Just happen to have my handy file just sitting and waiting. And I'll go over the changes that I made with that. Again, you have to go into the actual source directory, and in this case, the error takes place in source. File paste, replace, you're gone. Okay, and I'll explain what I did. I basically got rid of a whole range of lines 5582 to 5604, which used to be between this C trace and this Dural copy. It's some kind of very strange, not strange, but just local browsing functionality from what I remember from the content, and I'm not interested in using likes to browse my local file system, especially links to browse my local file system, especially since I'm perfectly happy with the interface here. So let's do this other plist here. Is the slimmed down version. It's not the original. It should finish. I'll give it a shot, but I already know that this thing has a serious networking issue with it. And then I'll do Mutt. And then I'll be all caught up to where I was a week ago, but this time I actually have an honest port of OpenSSL. I'm surprised I accomplished that. I didn't think I would do that at all. And it's done. It's done installing. So let's take a look at it. Boot bin. Okay, so and just to explain, if there are any other dependencies that I've not done a video for that got me to this extraordinary pinnacle of using Lynx. Yeah, I say that ironically. It's not an extraordinary pinnacle. It's a very small step. A lot of work for a small step. That means I didn't have to struggle through it. I didn't have to figure anything out to get it to install in my system. It was just make install and it installed. No patch, nothing. Boot home package. No caps, PKG, and bin, Lynx. Cannot connect to host. And that's what I was talking about. It has that, some kind of chronic thing going on with it. It works in Linux. I don't know what's going on, actually. If I did, and I find out, I'll go back and do another video of it. But that's Lynx. So now I'm going to go into Mutt. And Mutt will compile, without a problem at this stage, because I have all the dependencies it needs. But if I want to make it more package source like, I could, but I don't think it's appropriate actually, because people might not be using it outside of package source, and there are configuration files to override these things. So I'm just going to go into Mutt. In fact, I'm kind of breaking my own rule there, right? There isn't any real big trick to it, and I'm actually having it on camera, but since I did it before, do work fine. And I didn't make clean, so I gotta, yeah, PKG, yeah, it never goes that fast. That means the package is still there. So I did, just for informational purposes, I did change you know what? No, it does give an error. So I have to it'll fail saying that it can't determine where new mail is stored. So you have to actually edit the configure in the downloaded source code and add 2 lines that are pretty much repetitive to what's already there at line 10,542. And then you might as well just add a place for the temp files to go on line 17,134. And there's a config guest file. You can specify the temp directories as compile time options rather than... So it makes it more Haiku-like to start with. So, don't know if I have the pthreads library disabled in my make.conf here. That's easy. So if there's anything that wants to use, why did I do that? I'm going to save it. That wants to use pthreads, that's the patch, and that's the patch for everything. And if it doesn't apply, it just skips it. It's great. I like that. I don't like doing a lot of patches if I don't have to. Okay, so let's do the vmake install, and we're going to get ready for it to. And the reason why I'm doing the vmake install is because I have to get it to download the source code and unzip it, and then I can change the configure files. In fact, the install part's probably redundant because I know it's going to fail. Overriding tools for Mutt. Chain wrappers and patches, all these fancy extracting. Fixing Mutt to avoid N curses W. Okay. Fixing the path to the GNU privacy card binary. Okay. Didn't know I had that. Creating toolchain wrappers. Okay, let's go. Now this is the configure stage, but it pretty much had done that fairly quickly, or it's doing it now, actually. Checking for. This is the configure stage. Once that's done, it'll get into the compile stage when it starts having a bunch of behaves and minus i's going across the screen repeatedly, and there it is. Could not determine where the new mail is stored. Alright, so we know what was going to happen. Well, let's take care of this issue. That basically means the configure stage has finished. Of course, I don't have, or do I? It's still at Lynx. So I'm going to go up to mail now. There's a lot of packages, and I like the fact that I could just download this stuff. I don't have to create a new repository set and tediously track, you know, patches at this, because I don't know how to patch right now anyway. All right, so looking for Mutt. Members of the Mutt. And this is a Unix. Classic Unix program. It's not anything a Haiku user really want to use. It's just a proof of concept. Let's go into the work directory. Let's go into the source code directory. And let's go into what we're going to do is we're going to change good old configure here. First of all, I have to say, hey, I want this to be text. Thank you very much. So I'm going to right click on it to open it, otherwise it'll try to run the configure script, and that's annoying. Then I need to go down to line 10,742. This took me a long time to figure out. I'm at, let's see, 5,000, keep going, 6,000, 65, 70. Oh boy, I got a long way to go. 8, 9, 10,050. 542, close, getting warmer. I had found this on my own exactly. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't tell you exactly where, but since I found it, I'm not going to go through the tedious process of how I got here. It took a long time. 541, 2, what? If test, oh, that's not the one I was looking for. Hopefully I didn't pick the wrong one. I'm looking for, this might not be the right file. This is, I'm looking for the Mutt CV mail path. I might have a transposition there. Let's see if I can find this. Look for mail path, actually. Keep going. Edit. Find again. Oh, great. This is going to take forever. Edit. Fine. Okay, I got to type mail path. Great. Okay. Should just type mail path in the first place, but I'm not that efficient. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Okay, so the mail path, we're starting to get going. Okay, here I'm going to add another elif. This is an else if. Fee is the finish. I know that from shell scripting. I'm going to copy this because I don't like to actually have to do any work myself. And then I go Alt-V, and basically I'm going to say it's going to do a test to see whether this folder exists. And so that's great. So I'm going to have it test to see if boot home I don't know if it's a capital or lowercase mail. And I've already kind of messed this up. I don't know if it's mailbox. No, it's not that one. This one looks like it might be, yeah. So it's lowercase mail. Where am I? Boot home mail. Do I have 2 slashes there? Is that all I wanted? Boot home mail. Then the mail path is boot home mail. So if that file exists, make it the mail path. That's what they're saying. And I'll leave. I'm not going to put an in there. All right. Then I'm going to go down to line. So that is actually, what line number is that? It's 10,599. 99. I could change my notes here. All right. At 17,134, so thereabouts. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Come on, 17,134. Where are you? Somewhere near here. Of course, I probably should search for the terms I'm looking for. I'm looking for. Let's do the temp directory. Judging by that, it's about 50 lines below here. Probably. Or I could just search for TMP because it wants a TMP. So TMP. Find. And where are we? Don't see it. Search backwards. Edit. Finds. Backwards. Find. This is a little bit weird here. I don't know. Create a secure temp directory for temp files. Make temp dot conf. Okay. No. Temp equals boot home. Is that what this is? Did I just change that? Oh yeah, so yeah, all I did was added, and this is line 16762, not 17,134. 16762. Boot home. Where are we? Boot home TMP. File, save. Same file. Now the other one is called configure guess, and I want to put the same temp directories equals boot home TMP. So where is that? Edit, copy some of the configure guess now. Where am I? Did I just screw the pooch there? No, I did. Configure guess. Where is it? Config guess. Yeah, they got to do it that way. Pains in the ass. Okay. Open with, like that. Now this is the line, what, 108? 1300. What am I doing 1300? I know there's mentions of the EOS in here. I'm not even going to bother changing it because it's not stopping me from doing anything. I don't know. I'll look into the functionality, but I don't. At least it looked like there was. 108. Come on, let's go. Where are we? That didn't seem like I was very accurate with my line numbers there. What are we doing here? That's a mess. Look at that. God. What's that? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Where are we? Okay, temporary. You're right. So yeah, that at least I got that one right. So it's gonna be boot home temp. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have right access to that invisible temporary directory. Maybe I will, and maybe I won't. But that's okay. I'm just gonna deal with it now. It makes more Haiku-ish. All right, let's go back, compile, and finish this sucker off. So this is, I think it's what, Lynx and Mutt. So this is replacements. I've replaced all of my videos, but I've made absolutely no progress. At least not today, but it takes a while. It could take a whole day. I also wanted to talk about someone who's gotten way farther ahead than I have with compiling packages from source. He's over at the Haiku area, and he's got some pretty cool apps over there, actually. I think his name is Giovanni or something, and I almost recognize this guy. I don't know if he's the same guy that I've come in the past. He was very knowledgeable long time ago, and he's got a bunch of OpenJDK software that he's posted screenshots of that really gives a lot of hope of having stuff to do and use, and and I haven't tried these yet, and I'm gonna hope they're still working. I hope they didn't take additional effort on this guy's part. I hope he didn't have to redo this stuff. But OpenJDK, I would assume would actually it's gonna wrap stuff files to be installed there. Would be good. Wouldn't be subject to the might be here's spreadsheet. I saw Mahjong there. There we go. So please enter a one-line description of the problem you experience. Nothing. Thank you. So there. I don't know what the hell's going on here. No, am I done? Do you want to include your personal Mutt configuration files? No, I mean, what's going on here? You want to include? No, just go. Just quit. That was very strange. So it installed Mutt. Not sure exactly what went on there, what got triggered, but we're done with that. But these are available for download. I think he's got links in some of the. I just didn't. They aren't really prominent. He's got his own webpage too. He's a good, and I really do appreciate that because people need this thing. Boot apps, bring more apps to Haiku, and he's got links to apps on this thing. I'm gonna try them out. And Java, and I don't know what else. I think he's got some Qt apps here. They're all a good part of the mix of having an overall solution set. And I'm not against having anything thrown in the mix of the solution set. So okay, so there we are. Done for now. Just gonna do my package info. Which is slowly but surely getting bigger, but certainly isn't anything to really write home about. Number of binaries, Package bin is a meager 185. Libraries are a close 186. Done.